Hello and welcome to another Canvas tutorial video. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to make a Canvas quiz and use it for an assessment, whether it be a pre-assessment or a post-assessment. Um, to do that, we can go to our modules here, and let's say I'm teaching Spanish here, Unit 6, Chapter 2, and I'm going to add a pre-assessment in here. So I'll hit the plus button up to the top right of the module, and then I'm going to go down to a quiz. From there, I'll create a new quiz, and I'll just call it, there it is right there. Pre-assessment Unit 6, Chapter 3. Okay, and I'll put this in the test group, right? And some of you might use major assessment groups, but we'll just add the item, and there it is, the pre-assessment Unit 6, Chapter 3. So to start editing that, we'll click on that. And here we can kind of set up the parameters for our test. I'll make it 100 points out of 100. All right, everything else looks pretty good, right? And I'll go ahead and click save, and then we can start building it. Okay, now that we have it saved here, we're going to go back into it again, and we're going to click build. Once we start building it here, the title of the test will come up, and then we can add some instructions. So I might say for instructions for questions 1 through 5, conjugate the, I can't type today, third time's charm, conjugate the verb to the correct form. Okay, so that'll be my directions for the short little pre-assessment here. And then to start adding questions, you're just going to hit that plus sign. All right, now there's a variety of different questions that you can use for your quizzes in Canvas. You could do multiple choice, matching, right? I'm just going to use fill in the blank. Okay, now you can title your questions, but it's not necessary here. To add the question, we're going to click that stem, and it says type a statement, surround the word with backticks to fill it with the blank, to fill in the answers for the blanks here. So backticks are the little things here that you can find at the top left-hand side of your keyboard. So I might just work on their present tense verbs. So I might say, yo bailo en mi casa, right? I dance at home, or I study. Let's say study. That'll be better. Studio. So what I'm doing here, for Spanish particularly here, is I'm giving them a verb, for example, to study, right? But they should know by now that when I say I, it's going to change to estudio. So when I put those backticks there, it'll automatically make it, right, a blank when they see it here. So I can just hit done, and then it is ready. Now, something too here, you could put item banks if you have made item banks, or you could align it to outcomes. If you're doing math questions, you could even do like on-screen calculator. I'll make this, since I'm only planning on doing 4 questions for a quick pre-assessment, I'm gonna make this 25 points, and so on, right? So if I want to add more questions, I just hit that plus sign. So this is the basic way that you make any kind of quiz or assessment in Canvas, right? And you can do other things too, like settings. If you go up here, right, you can shuffle the questions. So if there's a bunch of kids on their Chromebooks, they have different questions. You can shuffle the questions, shuffle the answers. You can do one question at a time, right? You could even add access codes so kids can't start early. You could even put a time limit on there, okay? So it allows you to really customize different things, and then it'll even give you reports and moderate. And we're going to talk about that here in a second. So now that I got everything set up, I'm going to return, right? And let's say that I went ahead and made those 4 questions, right? My pre-assessment set up. After they take the quiz or the pre-assessment or post-assessment, what does it look like in Canvas? Well, let me give you an example. Here's a test that someone has done. If once everyone takes your quiz, right, you can click on it and you can go up here to quiz statistics. Clicking on quiz statistics will show you how the entire class did on your assessment, right? It'll show you the average score, the high score, the low score. It'll even show you the average time that your students took doing this. This is really good for data, just to know how everyone's doing. Also, though, it'll even break down it by question, the percent of people who answered correctly, right, and other good useful data. So I hope this helps you make assessments for your classroom. If you have any questions, you can just email me, riley.honeycutt@stanleycountyschools. Thank you for watching.